option for so long in many games because LAN is just now where you go to. How do these teams, do you think, play more comfortably in an online environment? Now, obviously, like the server settings, being on zero ping and such and so on is a huge benefit. People love that. But there is that, jitters when you're playing, at an event. You've got the big camera, the lights, the crowd potential, all these sort of things. When you're at home, right? You're sat there, you're comfortable, it's your own setup. Like, hopefully, all of these players have a PC that's super comfy at PUBG now. Like, then, these are the high end players. Um, I have a feeling that some of these players will probably be more willing to be aggressive and take some, bigger risks. Oh my God, that circle. Because it is online, right? You have a different feeling to it. There is a different vibe. What are your thoughts on that?
From someone who got absolutely dumpstered at LAN in his game when he actually played, it's hard for me to say, Lauren. I'm not an event winner like yourself. But I have to agree. There is gonna be some level of confidence in there that comes from playing your own backyard.
Wow, it is coastline all the way. We've got TSM obviously working down, Haiku working down. Who's going to get the God compound? I think that might be Adepts, or they're shuffling towards it. I mean, no. ETG could get it, but that is, again, if that needs to go a little bit further east to be the case. Yeah, plenty of big compounds here, but everyone's on the move. I don't think maybe two teams have sat still. Na'Vi got caught on transition a little bit there. Iroh's pulled up and found Armin already, so Haiku losing out on one. Not how they'd want to start this. They're in a decent position, but that's a pick and a half. Ona finding Noki out of nowhere. And really, this is going to slow down all these teams. Look at them all congregating towards the God tier compound, just north of it in the swamp almost. Liquid, Raise Your Edge, trying to do energy, ETG, Adepts, they're all very close by.
And again, because everyone's banking on it pulling from water up, it will do eventually with the settings that we have in play, but not quite just yet. It can bop around anywhere you like. That's a lot of Omakan players on their knees, standing, begging, and finally somebody has put them in the grave. It's Redline, 16th place for Omakan. It kind of shows the rest of the lobby that these dudes do die, as hard as it may be. TSM, are they going to pull on this, or are actually going to keep on driving? Maybe they drive for now. Oh, no, they don't. They get out. Okay, I stand completely corrected. They have pulled up. Iroh doesn't realize there is a player behind him as well, so he needs to be really careful. That Fex is here to get onto the guard. Miraku's on the opposing side. 1-2, thank you. Murdered as well, unfortunately, so the response is brutal for TSM. They will lose a player, but they can keep on fighting, and now, look at this, burning them out.
Oh, no, that's brutal. Look at those flames. It's just going to go down. Yeah, Vard, nice molly there. Not going to get past it. Vard's had enough. Avenging Miraku, making sure they know that you don't get to do that for free. Haiku gets put in their place, down pretty early here. Very comprehensive take from TSM. A big compound, too. They want to consider we need to move as well. We don't want to be here the whole time as, in this case. DA on the push as well. That's ELG holding the compound, but Mert's right up the door, up by Hospital Way. This is south of Hospital, but you get the idea. Smash has gone down. Vac is on the run. He's going to get quite close to Metralius. That could be the next target for them. But with Mert and Sixmo very close by, it could go either way here. This is a mirrored scenario. But with Gaxi down, ELG only has 2.
Trying to build a little wall of smokes, which allows Metralius to pull back to the team. Get them together as a 3 and then breach in. That's what they're doing. They're pushing Elegant, and they won't expect this. You heard it last week from Iroh if you're watching. DA are starting to get more aggressive, and it's paying off. Up above the smoke, if they somehow manage to pull this off and it works, good God. Elegaganton have just taken a beating if they get this. They're not scared.
I mean, you don't expect it, do you? There it is. Mert, that's big. He needs to follow up, though. He's already been put down once. Gaxi confirms it. Metralius trades. And they've actually, they've lost out on a lot for this. But I guess they had to do something, right? They had to make a choice. They had to make a play. And that's what was there. The aggression, it gets them the compound. But can they get the revives in time? Because Norcus, he can't get back into that now. He can't rerun up that hill. He's, you can't replay that. Now they've got 2 alive and a compound. I guess it's not great, but it's better than nothing.
You saw a bullet come through the window as well. Fex somehow hit that. Okay, there was no knock or anything, but to actually hit them through a window at that distance, at that range, just from the beachhead. Where have TSM actually gone to? Okay, so they've come a little bit further forward into the compounds they fought off earlier on. Ira's just on the beach, chilling. Keeping a lookout, keeping a watchful eye, wondering where this next circle will go, because if it does go to the south, he can at least advance forward and take a compound that is currently uncontested. Red zone. beautiful position for them now. ETG, great position for them, especially along that swamp edge area. The compounds within there just to come find everybody back up against the edge of the circle over on the east. Liquid, we'll see. Maybe they have to come down. Maybe they get lucky with a circle. Not too far to go, but it kind of now gets to a point where someone like ETG, someone like Red Zone, you've got these super viable places, these very entrenched and strong compounds. Everyone's going to have eyes on the prize, and maybe they get pushed on. You'll have to defend these. That's the only thing with having a decent place like that. You have to defend them. Decent nade as well.
Let's use up to it. Hey, not bad. Double. Doing more than the double. That's 3 in the kill feed for him. The flush and the knocks all coming together. And he wants a bit of tornado energy. Is he just the CIS catcher? Is he just hunting them down? RV, maybe not fancying that so far, and they're stuck towards the position they're in. Hard to fight out of it. Liquid, similar scenario. Hard to work their way forward. You can see EIQ being on the receiving end of a lot of this attention, and not in the way they want it. Novik trying to get back, though. Can he avenge? Or no? It looks like he overextended for a shot there and a nade to come out, but now forced back away. This is going to be a hard circle for these players to get towards. Keep in mind, it's only Tab left alive for Na'Vi, as Kemba just got called off by Double as well.
Spoke about Double coming into this. He was 3rd on our kill rankings at the moment. 12 kills and 17,000 damage. Excuse me, 1,700 damage. Not a bad going so far. And he's putting points on for Entropic. I mean, in the overall standings, James kind of talked about how they've been consistent. 3rd place is solid from a team that's just been playing in the backline, so to speak.
Get too much pressure from either side. It's so hard to hold in that area, right? And you're seeing it now. Bit of pressure comes in. Suddenly, that's not a safe angle. This is going to be so tricky for some of these teams to get that balance just right. It's going to be very, very hard. Tempus, again, it's not a brilliant position, but it's better than ETG's, you could argue, even though it's further out, maybe. So how do they want to play this one out? You've got, Team Liquid lurking on the hillside now. ETG starting to lose out on players. Tornado Energy, more than just interest, getting a little bit more curious. Going to knock down Honor, not going to push on it yet. They are getting their players close by, so that could be a potential for them to push further forward. But EIQ are getting interested. They're further south. They're behind them on that hillside. And they're a sort of team that will fold in towards this. But don't forget TSM in a 2-1. They lost out on Miraku. They still have, a good setup here on the coastline, safe from one side. Example showing off his spray control, but to sadly no effect.
It's kind of worrying to see ETG lose a player like that. Don't get me wrong, he's back on his feet, but when they have the safety net of not only the compound, but the ridge behind them as well, to say you're getting knocked means you either don't have vision or don't have information, or even both, as to where Tornado Energy are making an entrance point. Liquid are going to be in the same position opposite them. They maybe have to push that compound and get rid of them. ETG, if they show any signs of weakness, it is a team that you can kind of take advantage where you knock one, separate the other to try and get the res off, and then push them as a 2 versus 4 scenario. PSM still happy. God knows how they've got the circle, but they have. They're laughing. Ira disconnected from the rest of the roster. Furax clipped by Clib. Wookie now stepping up as well to finish off the one. Ira's still on the punishment. I suppose we spoke about, well, I just touched on him for a second out on his own. This is his job, right? Just deny anyone an entry point behind them.
God damn, this is going to be a wild one.
Yeah, I think it's a good time for Ira to back off to TSM. He's done his task and he's done his job. He's got the information of any teams that wanted to come up onto the hillside. They can't really do too much because of how the circle is. There's not really too much danger. They either come towards TSM, in which case they'll hit them crossing the road, or they slam into red zone, which again, TSM will have all the information. The biggest amount of danger, it's all on the opposing side. It's in the east. Liquid. Ooh, who we got? Entropic. It's still all these four teams. Hold on. How do you get into this?
EIQ. Look at them. They've gone in the blue to get the kills on towards Liquid. That is such a dangerous play. They've traded out with Novik, and Liquid's had none of that sort of nonsense. Like, all right, if we lose James, it's not ideal, but now it gets even worse. ETG hear all these shots, and suddenly they're falling like flies. Tornado Energy are the ones closer by, and Liquid have no idea. Now they do. Aliag sets off the alarm bells. K-Mine finds examples, so now Aliag has to try and deal with what's going his way. Mexi's there, but covered by smoke, and Mexi you don't mess with. Tornado Energy blown away by Liquid, and now K-Mine is down. I don't think he's recoverable. Mexi's gonna have to snake this one out.
That's a solid shot. To be able to respond like that, that is an absolute solid shot. When you're corner peeking, you're holding that angle. You can't let that happen. A quick flick from Mexi keeps Liquid's dreams alive for now. Clip down AUG and level 3 gear, taking off Tempus, all but for a moment. Smokes are up, pre-fire's there. Deny anyone line of sight while they try and attempt to get him up. Tommel also drilling from the sidelines, but he is getting hit himself, so he needs to be really careful. Clip confirmed. The smokes to no avail. Nothing they can really do with that one for now. Rather unfortunate, but it was worth the shot. Mexi. Who's your next victim? How do you play this one? Pick your fights, pick your battles. You're still not safe in the circle yet.
He needs this fight to resolve. He needs Tempus or ETG to just get it done. Whichever way it goes, because he can't take an extended fight here. He'll just get one and die. But he's gone for Markelov. Got the knock. Might even get the flush on that. Let's see if he peeks up again. Yes, he has. Right. Good work from Mexi. 5 kills there. Can he continue this? It's a very dangerous game he's playing because now they know where he is. But this is going to slow down ETG. They want to get moving by now. They'd want to work forward.
Man standing for Unity. Is a very nasty position. The knock is there, but oh, what an aid. Bounces off and cracks him in the face. See you later, dude. Exit the server. Mexi spotted. Next victim. 3 times back of the sky. What have you got? Come on. Let's see if you can pull this 2 versus 1. If you do, it'll be phenomenal. If not, no worries. You've picked up some frags along the way. 5's good for Liquid. Top 7 placement.
I just love how he baits the position. It's so good. Now, the smoke wall's up. Oh, no, apparently, ETG don't know how to use it!
Oh, my God.
Oh, not like this. Mexi has just destroyed them. That is ridiculous. They put up the smoke wall, whether it be bait or not, it doesn't matter. Mexi's just outdone them. Huge play. Now, Norgis on the run in the north, but this is what I want to talk about with TSM. They were in the buildings over on the west. They put Iroh across the road to secure position towards more of a centralized area so they don't get caught having to cross that road in the open. This could be good insurance plan for later down the line. We'll see if it works out, because technically right now it's just theoretical. They have to see if they can action it here. A bit of a dip, but this is so unsafe. They've had to do something. This position is rough. Actually does go down, but a valiant attempt. Did really, really well. Made the most of a very bad scenario. Can't take anything away. Now, you want to play this... I don't know how Red Zone play this out safely. Like, look out... Oh, not like that. Just style it out. Style it out. Pretend it was intentional. TSM, oh, they're going to love that if they get a pick off the back of that one. But look at these teams holding on so little. And Tempus have just rocked up in the east. And they're going to see this all going on. But where's Norkis in all this, guys? Uh-oh, here he comes. He gets spotted by the other team. Red Zone seen him. Oh, TSM brought to their knees by one man. And honestly, the sad factor is he goes down instantaneously off the back. Iroh's still alive, but he needs to either wait for Red Zone and Tempus to fight and maybe get a sneaky res. Oh my word, he's going for it. He wants to get his team back. He's fighting for this one. This is so risky. Red Zone are right there. Iroh, you've got to be so on your toes now. You've got to be so ready. Magister's taking down Vard. And you can see Fex is bleeding here. Not happy. Not loving it. Iroh needs the kill. He needs it fast. Tempus, they can't get there quick enough for him. He's going to get spotted in the middle of the road. And there it goes for TSM. One nade and one snake ruins everything they were doing.
So with all this happening, this allowed Tempus to actually push up. Let's not forget about Mome. Being in that position, it's really good. It gives them an off-angle.
And the high ground sits with Tempus a little more. But I guess Red Zone have the utility. So there's like the trade-out, right? It's like... if you're Wookie Bookie, you wait until you have to strike, and he's done very well at that. He's going to keep Magister back, and he's going to slow down the progress on that front. However, there's the trade back in. Mummy was waiting late game. He was waiting right in the middle of this, and now Tempus are caught off guard. They had no idea he was there. He was the player they got contact on, and that's an excellent pickup from Wookie Bookie, using that off angle to perfection. He might die here, but he's done his job. He's provided what he had to. Now, they're all focused on him. Tunnel's going to shift this way to provide some support, get the fire into the smoke. Sees Mac and Dark making the cross back to more of a central position. This comes down to really hard communication, and Wookie Bookie is landing the shots, but can they find that final player, Rich?
That's all they need to do, Mac and Dark. In a 2 versus 1 scenario, it's getting a little bit more difficult, given the fact that he has no cover whatsoever. Flashbangs are coming up, hits the deck, and they either bombard him or burn him alive with nades and mollies, or they just push as a team. And in theory, being laid down, he shouldn't be able to spray transfer. Pixels going hunting, sniffer dog out. See if he can find him before he bleeds out. And if he does feed that info back, he actually might just do this, you know? There's potential. If he spotted him, yeah, he has. There it is. Should give away the info. And that's it done. Even as a dead, downed